Hi, everyone. Um, so I made my coming out slash first time makeup video last night. It's like I made a how to fuck up your makeup tutorial. But in the video, well, the end of the video, I realized like I'll never be pretty. And it was this huge blow. And I wasn't going to talk about this yet because I'm going to start crying. This is Rufus. I got him for free at a garage sale. They were trying to give him to this guy that they knew who had a daughter. But the guy said his daughter had too much stuff, so he didn't take it. And I'm so glad because I took him to give to this younger girl I know who was going through a hard time. And she didn't want him either. I don't know why. Like, he's so huge, and he's happy, and he's friendly, and his name is Rufus. And he has a Camp Day bracelet from Tim Hortons. But, I feel really... I wasn't going to talk about I'm smoking. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do my nail polish, like, on my fingers. My toes are done, but they probably need to be redone because that was like a week or something ago. But anyway, I'm going to do my fingers. I got white, and I got blue, and I got pink. Because what I'm going to do is the transgender flag across my nails in 1, 2, 3. And it's going to work out perfectly because the transgender flag has 5 bars, 5 stripes. And I tried putting transgender flag into the to the Google search, and I brought up the images, and I'm seeing most of them are like blue, pink, white, pink, blue, but some of them are pink, blue, white, blue, pink. And so what I'll probably do the blue on the outside because I think that more represents who I am, because like you got the male on the outside and the female on the inside kind of thing, and that's kind of like definitely who I feel like. My room is such a mess. After I made my makeup coming out video last night, again, I was really disappointed with the results. Like, I know that I did a really shitty job on my makeup, but even doing it, I realized, like, it's not going to cover up the fact that I'm a guy. I don't know why. I thought I was, like, the makeup would turn me into this beautiful princess kind of thing. And it definitely didn't. So yeah, my room's a huge mess because I was so disappointed and sad. I just went to sleep. I was down to... Like, I used to smoke like 2 or 3 packs a day. Even as previous as this last summer, fall, because I was working like 12, 15-hour days and going through all these other people-induced stresses, like just all this stupid drama, which I didn't understand because like I've only ever been respectful to people. Sorry. Just give me a minute. Alright. I think pulled myself back together. I'm only really making this video because I'm on this LGBTQ group on Facebook, and I'm starting to meet a lot of people, well, a few people, and they're very cool and very supportive. Which is definitely not what I've received from the LGBTQ communities, like here where I live kind of thing. So it's very cool that I've managed to meet friendly and supportive people. I'm a wreck this morning. Alright. Round 3 or 4 or something like that. I love this necklace because it's a heart and then it's got a music note inside. It was just me because I just love music, like everybody does, right? But like literally, like you could play anything aside from, well, even techno, like I can tolerate it if it's played. I'm not gonna go over to someone's house and like, oh, turn off this shitty techno. I'd probably just leave if it bothered me. But no, I just love music, like all types. Like I used to, like I've always listened to like a lot of punk rock. And back when, like when I was still like just like a teen or whatever, it was all about like Nirvana and Marilyn Manson kind of thing, like harder music. And I don't, like when I started kind of cross-dressing recently, I started listening to like a lot of women artists just because I was bored of all the music I would normally listen to. I mean, it's still great music. I still love all the bands that I like. I'm just getting bored. I needed something new, so I started listening to a lot of like Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and stuff. It was really funny because like the one night, like I said, I live in this old shitty hotel, and the price is right, and that's why I'm here. But like my room is like 10 by 12, and like I think I've said before, like it's all I need. Like I'm so happy living here, because it's my own space. Like nobody's gonna come into my room and fuck with me or whatever. Because I was living in a hostel before, where it was like shared. Like you'd share a room with like up to maybe like 7 other people, and it's all bunk beds. But yeah, so I'm really happy to be here. But oh yeah, what I was saying is that I live with all these other people. Like our building fits. It's got 25 rooms, and right now there's 29 people living here. But before our building filled up, because like I live in a ski town, so before the ski season kind of rolled around, our building filled up. I was listening to Miley Cyrus one night, and I just got my TV cranked. I mean, like there's thin walls too, right? Like it's an older building, no insulation in the interior walls. But I had Miley Cyrus cranked, and so the next morning I wake up and like I go down to the kitchen, a bunch of guys that are down there, and they're like, and I'm like, you guys, I heard the best song last night. And the one guy's like, what you mean when you had Miley Cyrus cranked? And I'm like, how the fuck did you know it was Miley Cyrus? I'm like, okay, I get it. I was busted listening to girl music last night, but how the fuck did you know it was Miley Cyrus, right? Like, I'm just checking it out. Right? Like, so don't be going around like pointing fingers at me when you know exactly what's going on, and I'm just checking it out kind of thing. But it was really funny. But yeah, no, so I've just been like totally digging on like, again, like Miley, Katy. But one of my new favorites is like Halsey. I really dig Halsey. She's so cool. My favorites are Bad at Love and her cover of Justin Bieber's Go Love Yourself or whatever it's called. And that really comes as, because I rag on Bieber pretty hard, generally speaking. But that song is really good. Like, it's really good. I can't believe there's no way Justin Bieber wrote it. He bought that song from someone else who wrote it, kind of thing. For sure he did. Anyway, it's gonna be like a 10-minute video. It's gonna be like a half-hour video of just like nothing except for me trying to talk about how disappointed I am that I'll never be beautiful. And smoking and procrastinating doing my nails. Me doing my nails is gonna be like me coming out to the people I live with and the town kind of thing. Like, there's gonna be people who see my nails, obviously, and somebody in the know would be like, yeah, that's the transgender. Ooh. What I might do is I might go like blue, pink, white, pink, blue on this hand, and then do the opposite on the other hand, like the pink, blue, white, blue, pink. On the other hand, because then it's kind of like, it's just like supporting it kind of thing. I don't actually look transgender. I mean, it would still be like definitely transgender, but it would be more like, because I feel, and I might totally be wrong because I don't know, right? Like, I do not know, and I'm open-minded to everything. But what I think is that the blue on the outside is more representative of a dude. A dude. I'm trying to be like inclusive and more sounding like I'm tolerant. I'm trying to sound as tolerant as I feel. Because sometimes I say things that are not tolerant, and I don't mean to say these things. Anyway. So I'm just like all over the place. I need to write things down before I make videos. But anyway, so I've been meeting all these amazing people on this transgender group on Facebook, and I've been telling them, like, I'm trying to come out, I'm trying to do my makeup, I'm trying to this, I'm trying to that. And so last night I did make, with the help of this guy, I'll say his name is Wiz, and that's it, because I forget his last name, and I'm not bringing it out on here. Anyway, I told him that I was gonna, and he kind of encouraged me, which is like good of him. And I did find out he identified as a him, because in last night's makeup video I kept like referencing him, and I wasn't sure if that was his deal or not. So I was like, I stopped the video and I messaged him like, how do you identify? And he just laughed. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna smoke, I take a bong hit, I'm gonna have some coffee. I just went pee in the, I just peed in the hallway, and while I was peeing in the hallway, I ran into like one of my roommates, and like, I have makeup on from last night. Oh yeah, this is me, with makeup on, after I slept. Uh-oh. That might be my neighbor knocking on my wall because I'm being too loud. And if that's the case, then I'm totally busted, because like, if they can hear what I'm saying through the wall, then like, yeah, I might as well just go down wearing one of my fucking dresses, for fuck's sakes. I'm looking all, I don't have heels though. I don't have proper shoe. Well, I got sandals, and as long as I have like strappy sandals, and as long as I wasn't going outside, then I could wear them and some thigh-high stockings, and my hair's not done, and my makeup isn't dress-worthy. Not the dress I'm thinking of anyway. So I don't want this video to be an hour and a half like last night, so I might just let my cigarette go out because I'm talking too much. Where's my vape? Maybe I won't smoke so much if I have my vape. I'm just gonna pause you again. Alright, so I'm on pause, and I think back together again. I can't remember why I paused it initially, but anyway, I went and I had to get water for my coffee maker, and I ran into, I think, the same guy I ran into before when I went and peed in the hallway. But he looked at me really funny, and so I went into the bathroom and I turned on the light and I looked in the mirror, and my makeup's just like everywhere. My lip gloss is smeared, my eye, something is smeared. Yeah, like you can definitely tell like I'm wearing makeup, and it's just like all over the place. Anyway, there's something else I was gonna say, but I guess I'll do my makeup, or I mean my nails now, and I might as well do it on a video because like, why not, right? I'm here. I'm here, I'm queer, I'm gonna do my fucking nails. I've done nails before, like back in high school, right? But again, that's like 20 years ago, so my toenails went really badly. I'm still like dressed as a guy, because like when I go out into the halls of my living area, I put my guy clothes like on over top of my girl clothes because I'm not ready for that yet. Let's see, I'm not doing like a strip video here, so don't get the wrong ideas. I'm gonna step out of camera. There we go. It was just like pants I'm wearing, because this flannel top is a woman's, but you can't really tell. I really have one flannel top where it's got like kind of a lace trim on the back, so that's the only one I can't. And I didn't even realize this until I put it on, and I'm like, yeah, I can go out in this and have nobody really notice. So my nails. It was weird last night because we were in the kitchen, a bunch of us talking, and I don't remember how it got brought up, but we were someone mentioned like David Bowie. Someone mentioned David Bowie, and then they were talking about how he was like, they thought he was like pansexual or something like that, and I was like, no, he was, well, he might have been, right? Like it's David Bowie, he could very easily have been anything. But when I was reading up about being transgender and trying to figure out where I fit in, and it started talking about gender bending, and I'm like, that's me. But they mentioned like David Bowie and Prince and Marilyn Manson and Lady Gaga and probably a few others that I don't exactly remember, but those are the ones that I remember. But yeah, no, I was gender bending in high school without even, I keep saying that, I don't know if I've said that in my other videos or how many of them, but no, like gender bending, I was doing it in high school without realizing it. Had no idea what I was doing. I was just doing it because I thought it was cool because of Marilyn Manson. So that one's blue, and then my thumb will be blue. But again, like, if I stop dressing as a woman, and again, like, mostly just like, if I stop dressing like a woman, I will still keep doing some things as a woman, like gender bending. Now that I realize what it is, I'll keep gender bending for sure. I will. Like, I'll keep wearing my necklace, my pearl bracelet, and I'm gonna get my ears pierced and put like little diamond studs in them. Because it pisses people off so badly, and that's all me, right? Like, I've always been a punk. I've always been like, fuck society and shit. And people like, they give me the strangest, sometimes even hostile looks just for like simple gender bending, and I'm totally cool with that. Like, as a man, I'm completely like strong and confident in just about everything I do. I don't give a fuck what people think. I'm 37. I do not give a fuck what you think. But this, I'm nervous and scared and feel like a little girl about to go like on her first date or something. Like, I don't know when a little girl would feel this nervous and scared, like, but it's just how I feel right now. Like, my whole world is like totally upside down, and I don't feel like anybody I actually know would understand, except for the one girl, my friend Dina. Like, I've known her just about 20 years, and the only reason I told her is because I like wanted help with hair and makeup. And when I told her, she's like, well, actually I already know like 4 or 5 transgender people, including people who've had sex changes and stuff. And I was like, I can't believe like she knows all these people. But she told me, and again, like, I don't know how much of this I've said in other videos, that like there's an LGBTQ inclusive, that rolled out quickly, LGBTQ inclusive nightclub like back home, which is really weird because it's so redneck and it's so religious. It just like floors me. But when I go back home for Christmas, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna try to get like my friend Dina to come with me because I don't want to go alone. But even if Dina won't come, she introduced me to this, I don't know how to say it. She introduced me to a transgender woman named Lindsay, I talked to her like for a few hours yesterday on Facebook, and she's so nice and supportive and honest. Like, I told her I was just like trying to pass as a woman. She's like, that's such a horrible goal. And I understand exactly what she's saying, but it's just like, if I can feel, if I feel I look like a woman, I will like feel like a woman inside, and then I'm gonna act like a woman, you know, or more like one anyway. Is how I feel about this all, and that's why I'm so sad and disappointed and scared and depressed. Is because, like, again, I know I'm not pretty. So this isn't going too bad with the blue anyway. I'm going to give it a minute to dry because I don't want to... Actually, that first one's really globby. See if I can get that off. Or some of it anyway. I think I waited too long. It's starting to dry. I don't know. I'm thinking like when I come out to like actual people, not just like people I don't know on the internet. Not that that's probably like a good start, because like it's building confidence. I'm finding all these like amazing supportive people now that like I'm reaching out to the proper places. Like when I was trying to come out, when I was like confused, like I was reaching out to like people on Twitter, like organizations, LGBTQ organizations, like just like saying, can someone please talk to me, you know, like, and that's it, right? And nobody would get back to me. I ended up calling a crisis line, like I live in Canada, so instead of states we have provinces. They're the same kind of thing. But anyway, I called up to a provincial crisis line, and they contacted me with an LGBTQ resource in Vancouver, which is like 14 hours away from here kind of thing, but it is in the same province. But so I was talking to them, and I was kind of making plans to go out there, and then I had this brain fart. I'm like, well, Calgary's a lot closer to where I am. Can you refer me to them? So I talked to Calgary, and then like they told me to check out their website, so I did, and then there was like a link to back home where I'm from. So then like when I went home, I contacted them kind of while I was there, and yeah, so, and that's how, and this Lindsay girl, this transgender woman, and again, I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I deeply apologize. She is a DJ there, so I talked to her quite a bit about that yesterday. And yes, I've said in the last 3 or 4 of my videos, like, this will be my 4th video I've said it in, because I made 2 videos that I never uploaded. I made a video that's uploading right now that's an hour and a half, and it's going to take a day and a half to upload. I'm not going to be able to leave the house because my computer will go to sleep. And so, and then this one. My teeth are really bad. I do brush my teeth, but like I haven't been to the dentist in years, and so it's something I'm going to need to take care of. Like, I tried to go to the dentist a few years ago when I had like full coverage through my job and stuff. And like my teeth are so bad, he told me I need to have 7 teeth pulled. Well, there's some, I don't talk about that because I'm very self-conscious about my teeth. But anyway, he told me I had to have 7 teeth pulled, and I was like, okay, I understand that. Like, it was shocking, right? And it probably sounds shocking to anybody listening to this, but yeah. So then I went back and we had like a conference just to like, all right, well, I've kind of reviewed everything, and he's like, well, I probably want to pull a couple more teeth, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, right? And I was like, and I wasn't ready for it, and I started feeling sick, and I told him like I need to go use the bathroom, and so I stood up and I kind of made it halfway to the door, and I fainted and pissed myself. I haven't been back to the dentist since because I have a phobia of the dentist, I guess. But anyway, I think my nails are good enough that I can apply my second color. So I've already used this pink. That's what I've got on my toes. It's the first one I bought. And then because I've been reaching out to all these different organizations, local organizations, trying to find someone to help me with my hair and makeup, and nobody will. Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, I'm not asking for the world. I'm not asking for any. I even offered to pay for somebody's time to help me with my hair and makeup. Like, I understand people's times are valuable, but like, they need to understand that people trying to come out are vulnerable, and it's not just me, right? Like, I'm very much a bigger picture kind of thing. It's so not just me, and I so hope there's nobody else out there who's struggling and feels as lost and alone and confused as I mean, we all feel confused at one point, I'm sure. But sorry. And the good thing about crying is it's washed away most of my makeup. But no one should feel as lost and alone and have nowhere to turn, like, in what's supposed to be a supportive and inclusive community. Like, it's like the local LGBTQ groups are transphobic and they're just about gay people. And that's fine, like, support the gay community, of course. But there's other people who need to be supported Q. Like, how do you call yourself LGBTQ if you don't support the T? When I first contacted the one here in town, they told me that they'd be happy to help. They had a girl lined up who was thrilled to help me with my hair and makeup. They just needed to find a private place to do it. And then they contacted me like a day or two later saying they wouldn't help me with my hair and makeup, but if I still wanted to talk, they would meet me at a busy coffee shop after I asked them for discretion. Or if I wanted privacy, then we could meet at the local police station so I could feel like a criminal for coming out as LGBTQ. And it's just like, well, thanks for fucking nothing, like, they're having an event at one of the local chachi coffee shops that I would never go to. But I'm thinking I might just show up and find this chick. I'm thinking I might show up like fully dressed as a woman, trying to look fabulous, and find this chick and drag her outside and kick the shit out of her. Because is it really woman beating if you identify as a woman? I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do it. It's just where my head is sometimes. But I am thinking about showing up and maybe like leaving a piece of poetry about my struggle, or just like leaving a note with, again, my struggle, just kind of like lying on the floor, maybe attached to like a $5 bill to get somebody's attention. Like, I'm not gonna walk in there and like, I'm looking for this chick, I'm Nicole, like, I'm not gonna out myself confronting this chick. And I don't want to, like, I wouldn't go in there and with intentions to be rude. I just want there to be understanding of how bad they let me down. Like, if you don't want to help me, just say you don't want to help me to begin with. Don't tell me you're gonna help me. Make me feel like it's all gonna be okay and better and supportive, and then rip it all away. So, this woman, Lindsay, told me when I go back home, we're gonna meet up, and her girlfriend are gonna help me with, like, meeting people and maybe my hair and makeup if they've got, because Lindsay, she's apparently extremely busy. She works for 15-hour days, and she's a DJ and an advocate for the LGBTQ community, like back home kind of thing. So, like, I don't know how she found like 3 or 4 hours to talk to me yesterday, but I'm so grateful to her. She helped me like with like a lot of information that I just had no idea about. And somebody just messaged me, so I'm gonna pause it quick. And then I'm gonna unpause it like a second later because I can't believe it's already been a half hour. But I've just been rambling. And if you're watching this and actually listening to me, thank you. And if you're just like, holy fuck, chick, shut the fuck up, then I understand that too. Anyway, alright. So, I forgot to do one of my nails in pink. This one. Oh, there we go. That's something like that. My face. But yeah, so I've got blue and pink, and I haven't done that one yet. But and then pink and then blue, and then on the other hand, it's gonna be the same. I said I was gonna go opposite for solidarity with the female to males, but I forgot. And I still do show solidarity to the female to males and anyone in the LGBTQ community, which I never was like that before. Like, I've never been well, I used to be a little bit homophobic. Like, I've never disliked someone for being gay, but when gay marriage became legal in Canada, I wasn't exactly on board. And I have my reasons for that. Or I had. And there's still, like, a point to it. But by the time America legalized same-sex marriage, just, like, 3 or 4 years ago or something like that, by that time I was already, like, well on board for a while kind of thing. But I've had, like, half a dozen or so gay friends, like, since high school kind of thing. So, like, but, I'm definitely still a little bit transphobic, and like I'm not hateful. I don't understand as well. If I was to see somebody like I knew was transgendered, like it was kind of like obvious to me. Before, I would probably just like do what I could to avoid them. Like if they talked to me, I would do my best to be polite to them, but I would definitely try to like get out of that situation as quickly and politely as possible. Where now I'd be like, we need to talk kind of thing. So I'm definitely progressing. I'm definitely moving in the right direction. Like, and I've said it before, like even if it turns out like I don't want to be transgender and I just go back to being, I guess the term is binary, straight binary, just being who society thinks I should be, I can take two things from, well, maybe it's one bigger thing, but I think it's like two things, is that I'm putting myself in the shoes of a woman. I definitely know why they take so long to get ready now. Without the hair and makeup, like just trying to pick out the right outfit, like like you're like, oh, I want to wear this and I want to wear that, and this is cute, but that's cuter, but it doesn't go with my jeans or my. I totally get that now. I totally get that. So like I can definitely empathize with women now, and as a transgender, I can empathize with them too, because I know how it feels to have to try to come out. I know how it feels, how overwhelming this all can be. Like I'm so overwhelmed by this all, and again, like inside I feel like a woman, but outside I definitely don't look like a woman. I don't exactly feel like all women, like I've been a man for 37 years, and if I would have realized this like when I was a teenager, like 20 years ago, like maybe my muscles wouldn't be so big. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd just be more accepting of myself. Alright, so that should be dry enough to apply the last color, which is white. That sounds funny, because usually white people are first. So take that, white people. You are last this time. It's okay. Don't get upset. It's just this once. It's just my nails. You still have privilege. But again, I'm half Japanese. My mother's all Japanese. My father's white. But like, I've always known I was half Japanese. Like, it's obvious. My mother's Japanese. My grandparents are very traditional Japanese. Like, you can, when my grandfather was still alive, you could barely understand him. You know, like all you could understand from him is like, "You bad boy," kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like he was born in Japan and came over on a boat when he was like 20 with a suitcase, so he was hard as shit to understand. But my grandmother, who was still like all Japanese, very traditional, she was born in Canada, so she could understand everything you said to her, like every word, but she was harder to understand. But like, you know, she had like a job. She worked in public, like in a service industry, like when I was young. So she definitely knows English. It's just she's harder to understand because she mostly just speaks in Japanese. But where I was going with this is like, I grew up with like mostly white kids. Like where I'm from, there's a lot of Japanese people because of the World War II intern camps. The Canadian government during World War II packed up and shipped off all the Japanese people from the west coast of BC, like Vancouver area, into like kind of the interior provinces because they didn't want them spying for the Japanese during World War II. And so like all the Japanese people got swept up, moved out, and like lost everything. And that's why there's so many Japanese people like where I'm from. So I grew up with mostly white people, and all the Japanese people that I know are all half-breeds. Like, we're all half Japanese because all the Japanese people, they married white people and had kids. And so, but yeah, I grew up with a lot of white people, so I identify as white, right? Like, when I'm sitting around talking and not thinking, I'm just like, oh, well, us white people this and us white people that kind of thing. So if I was going to come out as a woman or somewhere in between, I was thinking if I kept it up for a year, I was going to go change my name to Nick, and then my mother's Japanese maiden name. And I might still do that because I don't like my actual last name. I've never have. It's pretty easy to make fun of, and not that anyone's made fun of my last name in years. Like, I'm 37, and if someone was to make fun of my name, I just like, how fucking old are you, kind of thing. But anyway, so it's not like I even care about that, but I would change my last name to my mother's maiden name to be more as a reminder to myself that I am Japanese and that I should perhaps learn more about my heritage and my culture and be more honorable. Like, I do know a fair bit about the Japanese, but I definitely don't know everything, and I'll probably never know everything, but I should know more, and I should be more accepting that I am Japanese and not so white. I'm like a banana or a Twinkie. A banana or a Twinkie, it's the same fucking thing. I'm yellow on the inside and white on the inside, and my nails actually look pretty, even though, like, you can tell right on this middle white one that I kind of fucked up. I got nail polish right there on my finger, but I do have nail polish remover and like makeup removal pads, I think they are. So This video's been long enough. 40 minutes. I don't want it to be another hour and a half like last night's video. So, peace. And this is, I guess, my coming out video to the transgender or the LGBTQ community on Facebook. Because I told a lot of people I was going to make that video. And I did make that video. And it's way too long. It's still uploading. So I made this in the meantime. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm Nicole. Or Nick. We'll see what I do with my name. I love you all who's watching this because you've been all so great to me, and thank you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.